old that it comes out in 2-inch, 3-inch chunks because it goes snap, 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 and you have to work your way all the way around with a very old, brittle lock strip. Great job.
Good thinking.
It's not, you know, you don't have to stick it on there all that tight. It's just a protection barrier in case the tool slips.
That's considerate.
You're just trying to give yourself a little extra protection. And so, and I'm gonna cut
Straight.
Yeah, basically straight down against the glass like this.
You can feel the glass here.
You can kind of feel, I'm not pushing hard enough to actually like scrape into the glass, but what I'm doing is see, there you go.
Yeah.
So now that I've got a piece that's loose, I'm going to hold this with my hand and I'm just going to run right along that edge very carefully with the razor. And that's going to alleviate the pressure on the front side of the glass. And I'm going to shove this little guy between the glass and the rubber. And we're just going to work it around. Basically release that glass from its, you know, because after glass sits against the rubber, even if you didn't put sealant in it, it's still kind of stuck to the glass, right?
Now, are you going to go all the way around, or you just kind of get it started on one end and then pop it out?
Since this is fairly new, I probably would just do one part, but you know what? It would be that much easier to do all the way around.
Okay.
That's what we're just gonna do. When I seal a windshield, I never seal the backside. Some people do, but like I'm doing right here, it's coming off pretty easy with the hood. Just like that. And we're gonna take the front corner of the window on the top side. We're just gonna do
No time.
I'm gonna work it. I'm gonna lay that back there. Other side. I'm just gonna unstick this glass. In the windshield seal itself. That's pretty typical. On older, rustier cars, this could get really bad. And if you've got a section of it that is missing or so rusted that it's not going to be solid to put the seal on, then you need to stop where you're at. Treat this, fix it as best you can, or replace the metal, and then you can go back. Vulcanized seam that holds the seal together. So they pre-measure this stuff, cut it to fit, and then they stick it with sealant right in the middle. Some of them, depending on the brand, are better than others. Some of them have a thicker, wider seal. Some of them have just a thin little line. What we're going to do is we're trying to find the exact center of the car, and I usually reference off of the hood spire, this little ridge that runs up the hood. And I use that as a visual reference for the center, because that's what your eye's going to go to, no matter if the hood's just a tiny bit off or not. That's what your eye is going to think is the center of the car. So I line that seal up with the hood spire. The glass slide into place.
And what are you using again? What is that?
I'm using Brio's vinyl and rubber dressing.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I'm just putting a little bit into the glass channel, and I'm rubbing it in with my finger so that the channel gets a little bit slippery. That'll help the glass go into there.
Now, why couldn't you use that to put the rubber on?
Because I'm not putting the same sealant on where I'm putting that on.
Okay.
On each side of the glass. That's what I'm trying to get. Because this is going to have to start opening up so that I can get the glass to sit down into the seal.